So we may want to ignore some of these contracts for now. Orbit. The basic jet engine in flight over Kerbin. Interesting. Alright, we're actually gonna go... We're actually gonna close these and go just straight up for orbit. So let's go ahead and... I mean, no, this was just bad. Let's go ahead and load the Curb 2. First of all, we're going to delete that. Alright, here we are, the Curb 2. This was able to reach very high heights. We're going to go ahead and detach this. This engine is... We need to make sure we use the T45 because that has slight thrust vectoring, which will allow me to turn the dang thing. We're also going to equip a secondary liquid fuel rocket here. Also, that can be vectored. And then some large-scale solid fuel boosters on the sides. These are very large scale. What we're actually going to do is pull this down, add another one of those bad boys. Pull this whole thing up. See the bottom, perfect. Let's add here an inline reaction wheel to help secure the ship. Alright, that's some good decouplers. Let's go ahead and add these nose cones. Winglets will give us a little more control. Looking good, but I think I may want to pull this down a bit. Just like that. Okay. So these 4 rockets will go off. Then they will decouple, launching this rocket. We're going to have that be simultaneous. Then that will decouple, then this rocket goes off. Then that will decouple, and then the parachute. We are also going to add a couple more parachutes here to the sides of these big rockets. I'm hoping we may be able to recover them, which may give us a little more flight use here. So these parachutes will not go off immediately. These parachutes will go off when these 4 stacks are decoupled. Perfect. So these will be decoupled, then the parachutes will also go off. Actually, you know what? We're going to add another stage just to make sure this works well. I've never tried this particular maneuver I'm going to try here before. We're going to add... We're going to pull this down here. Then we're going to add some Separatrons to push these little guys away. from the ship. Actually, the launcher should do it, so let's not waste money on separatrons. It will go pop, and then, once they're separated, the parachutes will open, and this launcher will fire. Okay. It's gonna be big. This is Curb 3. Curb... Actually, this is going to be Curb Orbiter 1. Save it as that. Perfect, okay. Alright, I think we're ready to launch. This fires, then this, then this, then this will also go off. This drops, then I fire that, and hopefully by then I can get us into a stable orbit. I wish we could do some more science while we're in orbit, but we only have these cans and this little communicator, not much as far as electronics go. So anyway, let's fire it up. This is Kerbal... Oh wow, that's super loud. This is Curb Orbiter Mark 1, launching in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Stabilizer is active. I can make slight adjustments in flight with the wings. Solid fuel boosters half depleted. Reaching 200 meters per second. And accelerating. 250 meters per second. 300 meters per second. And detaching solid fuel boosters. The parachutes did not deploy. Repeat, the parachutes did not deploy. It's about to rain holy hell on our space complex. We are still accelerating slowly. However, we are reaching higher into the atmosphere. 350 meters per second. With this heavier system, I'm actually getting much higher, much slower. We've almost broken the atmosphere. The top of our apex is still not high enough, though, to start listing for orbits. That's pretty good science. We'll keep that. That's that for that engine. This is actually pretty good. Oh, that's not it. Oh! Whoops, that's not what I wanted at all. That's what I wanted at all. Except we really need to shrink that circle a bit. Why does this not seem right at all? Oh well. as it is, I don't think we're actually going to reach orbit. We need to do some slight compensations here. Yeah, there's definitely not enough fuel. We have run out of fuel. Actually, 33,000. This might be a very, very tight orbit. Is this considered orbit? Let's do a quick crew report. I don't think this is considered orbit yet. I'm pretty sure 33,000 is going to take us back in. But while we're up here, let's run some tests. Let's transmit the data back. We only have enough electric charge for one, but that's good for a little bit of science, so that this isn't a complete waste. We're very close to achieving orbit there. In fact, I probably could have done it a little better. What the balls is this? It's an asteroid. How close is it gonna get? Wait, there's gonna be an asteroid, it's gonna hit the planet. The asteroid is going to hit the planet. That's kinda big. Kinda big, not gonna lie. So anyway, we'll keep on track on that one. So anyway, back to my lander here. Or my, Kerbal, who's flying. This is not considered a stable orbit, sadly. However, I might be able to get a different EVA report out here. Well, the deserts. Perfect. Go ahead and reboard. I think the mystery goo is still the same. We'll keep it though, there's a little science here. We were not able to get orbit. I believe very shortly what's going to happen, I'm going to go ahead and detach that, is that we're going to start swinging much closer to Kerbin. Yep, here we go. We're now approaching Kerbin very rapidly in the dark. Ooh. Ooh. And entering the atmosphere. We're in the outer atmosphere. The reason why we're not in orbit is because atmosphere is slowing us down, so I need to make sure that I can get high enough. I think a few tweaks to the design, I might be able to do it. Ship is getting very hot. Hopefully our pods here can handle re-entry. We are slowing down considerably. Now under 1,000 meters per second and dropping. It's very dark. Not entirely sure where we are. 600. We're now in the thicker part of the atmosphere. Go ahead and deploy the parachute. And begin fast forwarding. So we approach terminal velocity. Parachute deploy. Perfect. And we'll recover Jebediah despite not able to actually complete any of our missions. Hopefully when this splashes down, it will not destroy the control, the stability enhancer that's on the bottom there. Perfect. Landed safely. Recover the vessel, get some of our money back. We can try again. Later. Ah, actually we got a good amount of science from that. Suborbital flight, 0.2 science gathered. Perfect. Very nice. Got some of our money back. Jebediah is back.